Made a little mistake right in here on my new bondo. But basically I've got this all scraped down. Don't see any real dents in it. I guess I'll try to just see what I can do with a hand sander and 80 grit. At least enough to get some primer on it so I can see what kind of dents I got. Yeah, I hit this with 80 grit on the DA. It's going down, but quite a bit of work to do it, so I don't think my primer is really going to fill some of the stuff. I'm going to go back to my torch, see if I can't get some of this original paint off completely, take it right to the metal. And I started working on this valence. There was quite a bit of bondo on it, you can see there. I got it all pretty much scraped off. It looks like this curve has got to come out about 1/8 of an inch, kind of all the way around, even down there on the bottom. I don't know how well this was supposed to fit before. And I got a pretty good gap in there. I don't know if this has got bondo in it here or whether it's metal. It looks like it's metal. And they bondoed up the inside of it there, so I need to get this valence loose. See what I can do about metal work on this. I'd like to get that straight if I could without a lot of bondo. Now I took 1/8 of an inch of bondo off that whole thing, and of course this edge was out an 1/8. I pounded it in, and it looks like the fits pretty straight now. My holes are almost lined up, so I can try to take this edge out a little bit, mostly right there on the top, and I already worked on this fender. I got it pretty straight. Anyway, I think I can get in there with something and bring this edge back out. It looks like it was kind of caved in. If I can get it flush with this top edge right here, I think I'll be in good shape. Well, put it back on, and got about 1/4 of an inch down there. I did just a little more work on this. I got that edge, you know, really straight. I got a little playing with it to get it sorted out. That was just rough sanded with a DA, but the line's straight. I start working on it with a board sander, I get it more straight. Anyway, this is a 3/8 of an inch down there, and it turns out that this fender is actually bending, so I don't know whether it got twisted down or what. This valence is pretty straight, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put a board under it and a jack, and try to bend this this whole piece into a curve there. See if I can get this to match better, because I'm not gonna. That's what they did. They just put a pile of bondo on it to match the fender instead of trying to fix the fender. Looks like I got a little pounding to do right there. I may drill this for another screw and screw it in. But anyway, I want to try to fix this big bottom piece. Well, here's the board under it. Looks like it's bending a little too much in the bottom there. Not enough right on the corner. That helped a little, but I think I need to pull this back. Maybe just get it right here on this back corner. Yeah. This camera showing that. It's not really holding. It's pretty straight all the way around here. Looks like this might be able to hammer into the metal and curve it a little right there. Let's see what I can do with a dolly behind it, and just seeing if I can't put a little more curve right in there. I could probably hammer this piece out a little, but it looks pretty straight. I'll see what I can do. First of all, I'll try to curve that fender, and then I'll try to make up the rest of it with the valence. Just trial and error. I didn't really have much luck with this. Did bend the fender a little, but to me it looks like that's pretty straight over there. Looks like this whole bottom right in here has been caved in quite a bit. So I'm going to try to straighten this edge out. I might be able to just hook that with a pair of pliers and pull it down. Let me try that first. Let's see. Yeah. This is going. You gotta hold it with one hand. Yeah, it's bending pretty easy. Yeah, let's straighten that out quite a bit. I've got this down now to, that took another 1/8 of an inch out of it. I'm going to take this valence off of here and see if I can't just pound this out a little bit. I could cut that fender and make it match, but I don't want to do that. I'm going to try metal work first. I'll pound out this edge of this and see if I can get it to come out some. Needs the, because it's good right in here, pretty straight, just this bottom piece kind of hanging out, and I looked to the other side and it's straight, so I'll try to knock this out a little and see what it looks like. know if you can see this or not. I don't know if it's recorded. Yep. So, got some rust right in here. I think this whole piece was kinked pretty bad. So, I'm going to just try to stretch this to the outside. Taking some of this internal bend out of it. Hopefully it'll give me enough metal to got a pretty good kink right there on top. See if I can get it out a little. No, I can see I made some difference in it. You can see that inside where the rust is was where it kinked. And the other side's got a pretty nice smooth bend. And that one looks like it's been kinked. And of course you can see there where it was cracked. Anyway, I'll put it back on and see if I made any difference. Well, it made a difference alright, but in the wrong place. This part here is real high now. I gotta beat that back down. I should have realized I only needed it right on the bottom there and not work on this edge. I had it real good. Well, I'll just pound it back in and see what we get. Well, that was pretty easy to pound this back in. But I still got this big 1/4 inch down here. I guess I can put the bolts in this this flat section here and see if I can tighten them up, and then I might be able to have a little more luck getting this straight. I'm just gonna give up on this. I've got it to the shape of the fender. I jacked this several times. It's solid and tight now. This looks like it's got some cracks in it. This was broken pretty bad and welded, or not welded. So I'm just going to leave it alone. I can put a little bondo right in this area and make it match that fender, and that shouldn't make it look too bad. It's down below the car and you really won't see it. But anyway, I'm not gonna try to mess with this anymore. I've got that inner fender in there, and I'm afraid if I jack around on this too much more, I'm gonna put a kink or something in it. And I think that's good enough for good as I'm gonna get. Anyway, I'm gonna clean up this and throw some weld on it, and just press forward on. Maybe I'll put a little bondo on this, straighten it out, This section here needs to be pounded in a little bit still, right there on top. So I can beat that down or cut it off and get the bolts in it where it's supposed to, and then I can bondo this last little quarter here. Better to have a little bondo on the bottom of that than 1/4 of an inch up here on top. So anyway, did the best we could, and I think it'll work out fine. It's just going to be in a place you can't really see, so good enough for now. Well, I got my body bolt in there, and I'm still down 1/4 of an inch, but I'm gonna, it all looks pretty good across here. And this is the important part that you're gonna see. It's straight, and it's got a little down in there, but I just got the bottom bolt in it, and it's not real super tight. So even if I leave that like it is, it's not all that bad. I do need to do something about this bad corner right here though. I think what I'll do is just drill a hole right here and put another screw in it, so I'll pull this in. I pounded away on it as much as I'm dare. So anyway, looks like I opened this weld up a little, so I'm going the right way. Open that crack rather. That's good enough. I'll clean that up and weld it and grind it off. And this feels good right through here. It's real straight. It doesn't get until it's right here at the bottom before it starts to mess up, and I can put just a little bondo in there and fix that, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, after spending several hours on it, I don't think I'm going to get it much better than what it is. Well, that's a sorry mess. Just kept burning through, so I used some coat hanger and just piled the weld on it. This thing here was rusted through, and I tried to do a little on this dent here, but the good thing, this is all hot. When I pounded on it, it all went in real straight. So now I just do a little grinding and get rid of it. Well, a lot of grinding. Now there we go. It's good enough for the valence. I'll grind this and weld it a little more when I take the valence off. But it's real straight here. Nice and solid. Just a little bit of bondo will clean this up. I'll just kind of clean up my mess for the day. Quite a bit of bondo dust to sweep up over there. This looks pretty good. And of course, a little tapping and pounding pulls that right in. You just have a little bit right there on the bottom that's bad. But Not too noticeable. And we'll just sort it out. Throw some bondo on it for now and see what it looks like. Now I just threw a light coat over it. I put a little extra down in the bottom and just a little bit right in here to make this kind of straight. At least to guide it, I'm right into the steel right here, so looks like I might have to bring that fender out just a little. Again, I don't have to put a 1/4 inch over the whole panel. I can just put a little right there, and this piece here, I kind of looped it on there to cover up that 1/4 inch is sticking down. May look a little weird, but I'll adjust that later. So when this is hard, I'll take a saw blade and cut that crack out of there so I don't crack it, and sand it down. And I think this is, call this a kind of a done deal. Covered up my wells. So this was the problem corner. Put a little bit I had left right there on that little place. I got to take that light out of there and strip all the stuff off of that too, and make sure that it's in straight, that little corner, before I get too carried away. Anyway, this fender's mostly done now, so time to pick up all my trash. Call it a day. Well, that hardened pretty good, so I rough sanded it and put a little more bondo on it. Looks real good right there. And then I'll let this harden good. Cut the gap out with a saw blade, and then I can do whatever I got to do on the inside of this little valence so you get the bondo and everything flat. I only got one mounting bolt in the bottom, and I've kind of got it shaped to where it's picking up the rear of this fender. It'll be hard to tell that it's not right unless you know what you're looking for. Looks like I got a little more fill to do on just the bottom of that little valence. Anyway, this is going to look real good. Like I say, the main thing, you're going to be looking down on it. And I used some of my excess bondo and just filled little places in here that I know I need to work on. This other side, it dried good, and there wasn't any dents in here at all, so I got a perfect line here that I can duplicate on the other side. Anyway, it's coming along really nice. Just slow little details. I spent a couple days already on just this piece back here, but think for kind of product, you know, it's not a cheap car. You get at least 20,000 out of it, so people spending that kind of money, they sort of expect, you know, crisp body lines and, you know, not look like somebody did it in their backyard, which is exactly what I'm doing in my backyard. Need a shop. Well, maybe I was gonna keep this, but if it turns out good, maybe I'll sell it. Get enough money for another project and rent a shop so I can do even better work. Anyway, that's it for this little part of the video.